Hey guys, it's me, Lemo. I'm live now. Right on time. And I had to use the bathroom real quick. Okay. We'll see how many people still have notifications turned on for me. I've been missing in action for a while. Okay. How is audio and video? You guys, I hit 600 subscribers at one point, but now I'm down to 599. So somebody left. I don't know why. It's incredible content on this channel. How is everybody doing? Silver Creek. I'm trying to get the chapstick. This light always shows how chapped my lips are from biting them. Okay. Now, you may or may not notice I'm in a different room than the last time I live streamed. Hello, Skipper. Hello, Silver Creek Aquarius. Hello, Jimmy. Who else is here? It says 9 people. Everyone sound off. Everyone say something. Snoochie Booch, hello. Everyone count off. I'll start. I'll say 1. Somebody say 2. Until we get to 11. Okay, so Bagheera, are you gonna come see us? Bagheera's gonna come see us. Come on, Bagheera. Oh, he's scared. Okay, so this room, do you guys remember my 150-gallon fish tank? Let me show it to you. Because we're gonna go on a journey here. I'm gonna tell you all about this room. So I had to remodel this room first before I could make the nursery. And like lots of people were confused, and when I was like uploading pictures of this room getting updated, everyone was like, oh my god, your nursery is so cute. And I was like, no, this is not the nursery. Okay, so I'm gonna mute this. Share. I do this every time. No, why are you still playing? How do I make it like this? What happened? Alright, there we go. Alright, so do you guys remember this fish tank? With the monster fish? So, that fish tank used to be in this room. Right over there in the corner. It had 2 Oscars in it, a Pacu, 2 common plecos, a Datnoid, a Bishir, and a Pictus cat. Binks, please stop fighting with Max. So, the Pictus cat actually did not show up until, well, I thought it was dead because I thought somebody ate it, but I actually found it alive. Let me show you a video of it. I emptied out the tank because we had to move it, right? See all in Messenger. And then, there was, this much water in it. And I came down, 2 or 3 days later because I was like, okay, I'm finally going to scoop out. See all in Messenger, I said. Sorry. I was like, I'm finally going to scoop out all of this, gravel and stuff. And empty this tank so that the boys can move the tank. Well, that's when I found the Pictus cat, and I will bring up a video of it when I found it. Give me a second. I am looking for it. It's in my messages with my husband, because as soon as I found it, I sent him a message of it. And I guess you guys are just watching one of my YouTube videos in the meantime. Give me 1 second. I'll look at the chat in a second. Where, oh where is the Pictus catfish? Where, oh where could it be? How's the rest of the song go, you guys? I wonder if it would just be easier to find it on my phone. Nope, hold on. I still gotta go for a long time. Almost there. Almost there. You guys tell me, what are you doing today? What is everyone doing today? How is everyone's day? What is it, a Tuesday? I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. Is it this one? No. That is a good video though. Oh, of course it reset. It like picked this cat. Let me just search that in my messenger. Pick this cat. Search messages for pick this cat. The pick this cat 4 weeks ago. All right, here it is. Now this is my messages with my husband, so I gotta be really careful just to show you guys just this one little part in the conversation. Okay, let me check the chat for a second. It took me a while. Okay, we have Snoochie Booch said 2. Silver Creek said 3. Only Oscars. Hello. 3G, hello. The Zen Ginger, hello everybody. Sheller, hello. Yeah, I really like that tank too. I really liked it. But sadly, the day Geralt died, me and Zach were literally sitting like on this little it's like it's drawers, you can see it under the closet. We were sitting there looking at the tank, and we were like basically getting ready to cry because Geralt died. We were pretty sure that the Paku or someone attacked him. And then we're sitting there crying, and Nico, my big fat cat, he had a bladder infection at the time. He just walked into the room and peed in the corner. And like you would think with 7 cats, oh, that probably happens all the time. No, it doesn't. Maybe like twice a year we'll have a cat, like if I don't scoop the litter box on time, we'll have a cat pee in a pile of dirty laundry. Or like I guess he was upset like because I'm pregnant now and like moving all the furniture around, and like the routine is changing and my behavior is changing, and so that can make your animals act crazy. So Nico peed in the corner, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. Because we were originally going to keep the tank in here and keep the carpet in here, and we weren't going to paint, and we were just going to move all the sewing room stuff down here, like my sewing table, Zach's computer, all my fabric. We were going to just move it all down here with the carpet. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing this, because I used to keep the litter boxes in my sewing room upstairs. When Zach moved in, he helped me put like this industrial exhaust fan in the bathroom down here in the basement. So we moved all the litter boxes down into the bathroom, the basement bathroom. So we never see them. We keep the door closed. There's no cat pee smell in the house. You can't smell the litter, nothing, because the fan is so strong it sucks the air out. And so the air for that doesn't come into the house. There's no vents that go into that room either, so it doesn't share like HVAC with the house. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna have another pissy smelling sewing room again. I was like, I'm done with it. And like the next day, I was just so pissed. I posted the tank for sale. No one bought it. The fish tank is out back. Where am I at? Out back. And I haven't put water in it or guppies. I'm pretty proud of myself, but it's out back on the grass, the pile of grass clippings. And I rehomed all the fish. I don't even know if I sold them. I think I just rehomed them. All right. Anyway, so I was pissed. I was like, I'm not doing this. And I ripped up all the carpet and I decided we were going to paint. And you'll see, I'll show some pictures, but like this room was paneling. Okay. What did Zen Ginger say? Do all of us have a big orange cat? Monster Fish Cow, hello. Sorry, I went on a tangent. I got so upset. Snoochie Booch. Just read that Oklahoma's trying to make a Bigfoot hunting season to bring revenue in. Maybe the bill will pass. I think it's awesome. That's nice. That's funny. Matt, Liquid Zoo Only Fins. Jeff, hello. Scuba Steve, hello. All right, let me share my screen with you guys. I'm going to show you this Pictus catfish. Okay. Hopefully there's nothing inappropriate. Okay, look at it. Look at how much water he was just on. I don't know. Can you guys hear that video? You probably can hear it. It's probably like super cringy. Oh no. So let me go this way. I put him in the tank with the Starry Nights, and look at how shocked he was going from no water, barely alive, to a full tank of water. Like, my man was struggling, bro. Straight up not having a good time. I've only seen a Pictus cat do that one other time. It's when I did a water change in the middle of winter. I had to take all the water out because I had to move this 55-gallon tank somewhere so that the flooring guy could do the floor. And then when he was done doing the floor, I had to move it back. And I didn't temperature match the water, and the water was like 55 degrees. And I don't know why I kept doing the water change. I knew the water was cold. I was younger. I was like, oh, he'll be fine. This was like 6 years ago. And my man had like full rigor mortis, like, for like 2 days until the water heated up. And I felt so bad. So then he started swimming a little bit, right? And don't mind the glass on this Starry Night tank, because I actually ended up putting in a bristlenose pleco, and it's all clean now. I don't scrape glass. I put bristlenose plecos. I was like, dang, is he dead? And he wasn't dead. And then look, not even 10 minutes later, not even. This was like 4 minutes later. Totally normal. Swimming around. This Pictus cat, I don't know if I have a video on my channel of when I got him or something, but like, we put him in the tank, I think when Paku was a baby, a little baby, and then never seen him again, which is normal for Pictus cats. They hide really well, and especially since I had that background. Let me remove that. All right, what's else is going on in the chat? Breathing in some fajitas. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, let me see if I can find a picture of what this room looked like before. Oh, you want to know where it would be at? I put everything on Facebook because I overshare, so we'll be able to find it on my Facebook profile. Can you guys double check if you're subscribed? Because I have 599 subscribers, and I'm hoping maybe one of you guys just isn't subscribed. And I can get 600 right now. Because I had 600, it went to 601, and now it's back down to 599. And I was like, oh no, sad. And I actually do have an update about the plumbing stuff and the fish room stuff to show you guys today. So it's not just going to be me looking at stupid stuff on my computer and showing you guys. I don't know if it would be... Okay, so... No, I don't want to... Oh, yeah. Add to stream. Okay, perfect. So... Zachary Baldwin, hello. Yes, we are still fish tubing it up. We just are very busy. We don't have time to really record everything. Okay, so this is the 150 gallon. And you can see this room used to be paneling. And this was me getting ready to build the sump. This used to be a spare bedroom. See the carpet and the bed and all that other nonsense in here. And this was the 75 gallon before I moved. This is where things went crazy because I started ordering in a bunch of fish and I didn't quarantine them. And I just dumped them in this brand new 150 gallon. And that's where all my problems started. But that's also what birthed the idea of the fish room. And then look, I made this sump. It was incredible. Look at how smart I am. I figured it all out. I didn't understand sump filtration at all. And the videos online are mostly about saltwater sumps. People that have freshwater tanks don't really run sumps. And if they do, they're like, they live under a bridge or something. They don't make videos about it. I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I just have to... Look at Zach doing the plumbing. Eating some cereal. I was like, I guess I just have to figure it out on my own. Let me see. Where am I? Okay, so this was a huge project for a few months, you guys, this 150 gallon. It wasn't just, like, look at the 3D backgrounds I made. That's spray foam on some egg crate. And then I also ran plumbing in the 3D background for the reverse flow under gravel filter. Because I'm a freak like that. You see these PVC pipes in the middle? There's one in the middle here, one on the left, and one on the right. I spray foamed those in. Then I used Krylon Fusion to decorate it. This took a long time, so I filled it all up, and then the background floated, so I had to take it all out again, and I redid it. And this is when I built the under gravel filtration system. You can see it here with 1/2-inch PVC. That's me doing the PVC. Zach taught me how to do it with the glue and all that. See me doing it?
Can you see me?
Yeah, you got lots of...
And then the way it went was I put these expanded clay pebbles first, and then I put this like craft mesh, and then more gravel, I think. Gravel around the edge, sand. See sand? Then dirt, organic dirt, and then more sand. And then gravel, and then I filled it up. And everything online was like, you can't have a reverse flow under gravel filter with a dirted tank. And I was like, watch me do it. And I done it. And here it is. And I filled it up with mollies and guppies and platies. And it was incredible. And then they all died because they had diseases. And I'm an idiot. And so then I put monster fish in it. But you can see the room used to be paneling. That's the whole point of me showing this. You see the paneling? And now, oh, Binks. Okay, so now, see the room is nice and smooth. Let me move this around. It's going to be a little cringy. Okay. So this is our office now. We still need to get 2 more shelves because I have a bunch of, where can I show it? Like right here, these totes of fabric. I still have some stuff I need to like organize and stuff in here, but I did an accent wall. You can't really see it from me flipping this around like that. I'll show you a picture. How's that? Okay. Also finalizing plans for the better rack, but that's coming soon. It's still under construction. Yeah, the only thing left on the better rack is I have to cut lids, and Zach has to figure out the heating. Because we put a 300-watt heater in the sump in the bottom, and then by time, I guess it just wasn't powerful enough to heat it up. No, I don't ask permission for anything. Sorry, babe. But he knew that before he married me and got me pregnant, so. Yeah, so the 300-watt heater was in the sump, and then, like, we set it to 82 or whatever, but it was only making the water, like, what was it making it? It took it from, like, 64 to 72, and it was never getting higher than that, so that's not good. Jimmy says, are you ready to be a dad? Let me see. Life events. Photos, albums, home projects. Yes, I have a whole album of home projects on my Facebook because when I organize something or build something, I like to take a picture of it and share it with my friends. Let me show you this home project. This looks like a mess, right? This is washer and dryer hookup underneath of some cabinets we have in the kitchen. But I messed up the drywall like 5,000 times. I really learned how to do drywall that day. I sure did, and I found some water damage and everything. I patched up the door. I did all sorts of stuff. But afterwards, it became a beautiful, miraculous, incredible, most amazing coffee bar in the world. I made it all by myself, custom, while Zach was at work, and it was driving him nuts because I kept breaking stuff. But these little things that the coffee pots sit on slide out so that the coffee pots are not underneath of the cabinet, and it's beautiful. All right, so look, the whole ready? Am I gonna slide it out? The whole point in building this is that I wanted it to slide out. And it's still set up like this today, except for there's more clutter on it because anything that needs to go into the basement, I just set it on this coffee bar. And when my friends come over, they don't just like start making themselves coffee either. Like I thought if I built a coffee bar with like all the fixins and everything you need right there, like the sugar and the spoons and the pods and everything, that when people came to visit, they would be like, oh yes, let me help myself to some coffee. And I tell them like, oh, help yourself to some coffee. And no, they don't. So I guess it was all a huge waste, except for Zach makes coffee. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this album. It goes for forever, I guess. That was last summer. It was horrible. Okay, here we go. This is the remodel of this room. Let me check the chat real quick. I told Zach the only project he has to finish before the baby comes is the auto water change system. We already got this room finished. I told him don't worry about the better rack because he was getting like really stressed out, and the baby is becoming closer and closer. How did you keep the spray foam background down? Did you silicone it in place? No. So silicone, Zach taught me this. Silicone is a sealant not an adhesive. So it doesn't work to really glue stuff down the way like a liquid nails adhesive would. It works on glass and stuff to seal stuff, and things will stick to it, but not very well. I initially did think to do that though. The way that I kept the foam down was I used PVC glue, which is actually PVC cement. It's like a solvent bond on the PVC. So if this was like the 3D background and there was 3/4 PVC going down, I glued it all together to that 1/2 inch under gravel filter system I made, if you remember that from a couple of minutes ago. And the PVC glue is super strong. And then it can hold like super duper amounts of pressure. Zach will be able to tell you like the PSIs or something, I don't know. But as long as it's like under 6-inch diameter pipe or 6-inch whatever pipe or whatever, then it'll hold the pipes together. But that's from pressure from the inside. But it's like super strong. PVC cement is like super strong when you use it on PVC. And then remember all the rocks and gravel and sand and stuff I put on top of that under gravel filter? Yeah, that's how I held it down. And not only that, the top of it had 3/4 PVC, and it went down the sides to go to the, I'll bring up a picture, the sides of the fish tank. So if you look right here on this fish tank, can you see on the left and on the right, there's like these black plastic things? Well, behind that, there's holes drilled in the bottom of that tank that you're supposed to be able to run pipe through, which I did. I had pipe running through it. And that's for like your plumbing and stuff and your overflow. Well, so the background was PVC glued into the top and held down on the bottom. So that's how I kept the floating stuff down. But it did float the first time, and I was just trying to hold it with magnets because I'm an idiot. I finished my basement and did all the plumbing. You would be proud, not one leak. Wow, good job, Sheller. Yeah, Zach only has a leak if he forgets to glue a joint. 2 leaks, both drains. I was so paranoid I bought leak defectors. Rookie move, haha. Hello, Al Wet Socks. I don't know if I've ever seen that name before. Who is that? Are you subscribed to me? Did I get my 600 subscribers? You guys, I had 599 a second ago. But how can I see how much I have? Your channel. 599. Everyone double check if you're subscribed. Let me put the link to my channel right there. Everyone double check. Well, you guys are already on my channel, so you should already know how to do it. But, okay. So, let me show you this room before and after. Don't look at how many pillows I have. It's embarrassing that I have that many. So, we used drywall mud to cover the cracks. Not the cracks, like the weird texture that fake paneling from the 90s has. And you can see that here. Which way am I going? Okay. And then, so this was before. And then these are like before pictures. You can see the carpet in here and everything. And then boom, I ripped all the carpet up all by myself. Super pregnant. Zach told me don't do it because it's heavy. But I ripped the carpet up into like 6 different strips. So they were in small little rolls when I carried them out, so they weren't too heavy. And then I used a hammer and what was the other one? What's the tool called? A pry bar to hammer out all the tack strips. And I got all the tack strips out, and then we got the boys to move the fish tank out. And then we drywall mudded a bunch of times. We had to do like 3 coats, and you have to sand in between each coat. And you can see the palm sander right there. Zach used that, and you see all the dust on the ground and his footprints all over the ground. Oh my God, the whole basement was covered in this dust. It was incredible. Look at it. Look at all the dust. And I was like, oh my God, I should have taken all the blankets and pillows out of the closet before we did this. I thought it would be fine. And whenever, there's Cobra Baby. Whenever I do that, I already, like in the back of my head, I know like you're making a mistake. But anyway, we drywall mudded And the thing is, in between the sheets of paneling, you're supposed to put caulk because the individual sheets can shift. And if you just drywall mud between the sheets, they will crack. So we put caulk in between the sheets, and then you can drywall mud on top. And look at how pregnant I was. I'm still pregnant. I'll show you guys something. Look at how fat I am now on the ladder. That was a couple weeks ago, you guys. That was July 9th. That was a month ago, you guys. And I was painting, and you have to wear a respirator because you'll get birth defects on your baby from the VOCs. So that's me painting. And Zach did most of like the drywall mudding and sanding.
This is gonna be the new baby room.
What is this? Okay, let me. You guys tell me if this is too loud. This is the room upstairs that all this furniture used to be in. So we have made a lot of progress. Now all of this crap is down here, except for the baby stuff.
Our office.
So I don't even. That's like the crib. That's all the baby stuff in there. That's my beautiful paint job. Zach's beautiful paint job. So now I'm going down into the basement. And I'm talking about, we're going to move all this stuff down here and paint and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, you have to use special Zinsser primer for paneling because the paneling has stain in it. And the stain will bleed through, you guys. It'll bleed through the drywall mud. It'll bleed through the caulk. It'll bleed through the paint. So if you ever want to paint over the old paneling, the old fake paneling, you need special stain blocking primer. Okay? Don't forget. It's very important. And then this is me talking about the colors. Zach did an incredible job on the baseboards. We had to get the biggest baseboards ever, which was expensive. And that's me putting paint. That's me painting. This was my concept. I asked Zach, I was like, what do you think of this? And he was like, sure. But I mean, clearly I was already doing it because I had the tape on the wall. And then painted the trim purple. I did this all by myself while he was at work one day. See how cool it is? Where's the rest of the pictures? Aw, where's the rest of the pictures? There was like pictures of, oh, you want to know something? Pictures of him doing like the flooring and stuff. Photos. Your photos. That's it? I didn't upload any pictures of him doing the flooring? What the heck? Aw. Brad Nailer nailed the panels anywhere they were loose or floppy to prevent the walls from cracking. Yes, you did a very great job with your Brad Nailer. But unfortunately, who would I have sent an update to? Let me stop sharing this screen for 1 second. I want to show a picture. I think I would have sent it to his mom. I would have updated it. Media files. I would have updated her and sent her pictures. No, I guess I didn't. What the heck? Maybe I would have sent some to Taylor. Nope. That's so weird. Okay. I just want to find a picture of it finished before we moved in. Before we moved in the furniture. I might have sent it to my dad. My dad was telling me it's gonna look like crap. And I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, why don't you just rip it out? Why don't you just rip out the paneling? And when Zach was like halfway through doing all the drywall mud, he was kind of like, wow, I really wish we would have just ripped this out. So there's that. So if you're ever trying to decide whether or not to paint over paneling, just rip it out. Just rip it out. Just rip it out. Rip it out. Okay, here are the pictures of Zach doing the floor. And here's pictures of the room all done. I found them. Life isn't fair all the time, but I just roll with it. I'm okay with it. Lemo and Jimmy P, come on down to Dallas this weekend. I wish I could afford to just go to Dallas randomly. If I could afford to go anywhere, I actually have to make a trip to California because my aunt still hasn't met Zach. My Aunt Barbie lives in California and she still hasn't met my husband. That's okay. I mean, that's what you get with like military families, I guess. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure there's nothing weird. Okay. Okay, this is the room. Zach learned how to do tongue and groove, click-in flooring in a day. He's incredible. I mean, it's not the most difficult task to learn, but there are some nuances that you need to be mindful of. And he did an incredible job. And look at him. He did it all in one day. Amazing. What happened? There's Max helping him. That was the hardest part, doing that last row. No, why are you showing me memes? All right, here's the room all finished with the baseboards and the flooring and the wall. All finished. There's my pieces of art I still have to hang up. And then, of course, we put all the junk in here. So we can stop sharing that. There's that. Headed to buy a new washer machine. Any recommendations on brand and appliance repair people in chat? Yeah, get one used off of KSL or Craigslist, depending on what state you're in. They're like $100, and the last time I bought one was like, it was before Zach moved in. It must have been like 4 or 5 years ago. It's still running. I don't know. I've never had a new washer. I'm not the one to ask. Cat hair all over me. I'm totally fine with when one of them breaks, just getting a used one off of the Facebook Marketplace or something. Or repairing it, depending on what's wrong with it. If you want a brand new one, you could go to Best Buy and open a Best Buy credit card and get the huge ones that do king size comforters. What size washer does king size? That's my dream. I mean, obviously not putting it on a Best Buy credit card because I'm not supposed to use credit cards anymore. But more specifically, to successfully wash a king-size comforter, you need a washer that has a drum capacity of 5 cubic feet or larger. So when we got a king-size bed and I went to go wash the comforter for the first time, I realized, oh, my washer's too small, because I just have like a regular washer from like a while ago. I don't know, from like the early 2000s. I don't even know what year it is anymore. The baseboards were paint grade wood and cost $427 a foot. Yeah, we couldn't put like that particle stuff down because the sprinklers leak into here sometimes and cause water damage. Like, sometimes you'll just come in the basement and there'll be a puddle of water on the floor. And if we put the particle board stuff, it would just expand. So we put real wood. And that's another reason why I didn't want to rip out the paneling, because I didn't want to find the hidden mysteries living behind the paneling from 1947 when they built this house. So there's that. I mean, I know that there's probably problems behind there. Am I up to date on chat? What's going on? Oh no, so I can't see what everyone's saying on StreamYard. What the heck? I can see New Local Austin. I can see, maybe I can see up to date. What else did I want to show you guys? Something else I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, I gotta show you the update. We gotta go mobile. It would not be a Lemo live stream without me grabbing my phone and running around the house and showing you a bunch of random stuff, and like the signal dropping, and like randomly talking about stuff, and taking the microphone into the bathroom while I go pee. So let's get that rolling. Oh, yucks. All right, I'm gonna stand up. You guys are gonna see the belly. So if you don't want to see a pregnant belly, look away now, because it's coming. I know, Max, I know. Hold on, Max is in my light. Max. Oh my god, you dramatic. Alright, there it is, you guys. I'm really pregnant this time. Last time you saw me, my belly was little. Hold up. There it is. And the baby's laying sideways right now. I can feel a bump right here and a bump right here. One of these is his head and one's his butt. Well, it might be a girl. I don't know. But look. Look how big my belly has become. I gotta wear a special belly button ring that's like extra long for pregnant ladies. Look, and it's sticking out too. That's it. That's the baby in there. Not you, Max. You're not the baby anymore. Oh, you're not the baby anymore. Oh, he hates it. He wants to be the baby. Let me get my little tripod. Oh, Max. I'm gonna have to go pee here soon again. Here's my little tripod for my cell phone. Hold on, I'll get set up. The pee stream is a classic. I know. And I was like, I'm not taking it down either. I have no shame. The thing about being pregnant is I haven't had a full urination since I became pregnant. Like, I might go pee 4 or 5 times in an hour, but it's not a full load. It's like 2 tingles. And no one told me that. Like, everyone tells you, oh, you're pregnant, you're going to get stretch marks, or your feet will swell, or you'll be nauseous. Like, all these other things you hear about pregnancy. They're not, no one has ever told me you're going to lose the satisfaction of having a full piss. Max, stop doing this. Stop. No, stop. He's knocking all my sewing notions on the ground, my little clips and stuff. You're still the baby. You're still the baby. You're just not the littlest baby. Okay. Invite. I gotta send the link to myself so that I sent it to Zach. Now I can go in my messages on my phone with Zach, click on the link, close all my other tabs, because when the other tabs are open on my phone, it gives an echo. Open in Chrome. New Local Austin said, wow. Are you saying that to the belly about how big it became? I'm 28 weeks pregnant, you guys. And that is, let's Google. How many months is 28 weeks? 6.44 months. Allow microphone and camera access. What do I want to call it? Alright, now I gotta go turn the volume down. I gotta take off my case, don't I? I'm trying, you guys. This is a new phone. What is this one called? The Note 21 Ultra something? Alright. Ready? Why is it not? Oh, because of this. Okay, somebody tell me, how is the sound? Oh, it's on front facing camera. Oh my gosh, I'm like a boomer. That's turning it off. Yeah. Okay. Father Fish, hello. Welcome to the madness. Can everyone see me and hear me okay? I'm going to show you the big update on the fish. Yes, Jimmy. No offense to boomers. I don't even think anyone in here is a boomer. You gotta be like, they gotta be like 90 years old to be a boomer, baby boomer. Who was after baby boomers? Gen A? No, who came after baby boomers? What gen is after baby boomers? Gen X, 1965 to 1985. So that, if you were born before 1965, I guess you're a boomer. I'm sorry. Yes, glad to be here. All right. Father Fish, did you get to see my little pregnant belly? It's big now. All right, so here's the sewing room. So I guess I ought to turn the light on. Max is in his box. I got a bunch of fabric today. Zach's beautiful computer desk. I gave him a bigger section of room this time, you guys. So he has this whole desk, and as soon as we get another shelf to go right here, my crap will be cleared off of that section. So he gets a full L-shaped desk. Before he just had one little desk, and I used to pile the mail on top. But now I'm going to have a shelf right here. That'll be the mail station. Hold on, I need to get a sip of water because I am dying. Okay. This is where I do sewing things. I plan on making a fish quilt. I'm really good at quilting. I have a bunch of fabric up here with fish on them. That's cows. Here's fish. I'm gonna make a fish quilt for the baby because the baby's nursery theme is ocean and ocean on the walls and then space on the ceiling. Here's all the blankets that was in those closets. I gotta move that to another closet. And we'll turn on the lights so we can see some fish today. Can't reach. There we go. Starry nights are looking good. Still have 4 of them. They haven't died. Angelfish are down here. Sadly, I only have 2 left, but I've been trying my best to keep them healthy. Changing the water. I know the water looks bad, but it's actually just algae on the front of the glass that's making it look brown. There's 1 guppy in here, like 30 pygmy corydoras, 25 amano shrimps. Those pygmy sunfish I got from Father Fish should still be in here. Yeah, that's the 75 that used to be up in the kitchen. Fish room is still good. I still have all my important fish. At least I think so. I just turned the lights off on them a couple hours ago. The rainbow fish I got from Sheller are in there. They're doing good. Blue acaras are doing good. A lot of the other fish tanks are empty, honestly. But I still have my Betta embellus. I still have my Crocodon audax, Crocodon lateralis. I still have the Scyphia multipunctata. I still have the yellow labs. I just turned the light on, so they're all hiding right now. But there's one. And then, what other special fish? All the other tanks are basically empty. Like, I have a couple of platies here and there. I don't even know if I have any more bumblebee platies. They were one of my favorites. But a big update for in here, if you guys can even hear me. Snoochie Booch said, I was wondering if you served is all. Petraman, hello. 1960, what is that? 1960 is a boomer. Jimmy says I'm a boomer. You're just a turd. Father Fish says I'm a pre-boomer. So the big update in here is that Zach got all the drain lines hooked up. So now I have it like this. So I have like a 90 here and then a little sponge so that I don't suck up any baby shrimps or baby fish. And we don't have the water supply yet, but what I can do is stick a hose in here from the sink and fill this up and it'll drain out, and that's how I can do my water changes. And the whole room is done. The whole room is done. We tested it, and I need to top off some tanks, and I haven't even put in all of those little 90-degree elbows on all the tanks yet. So I just been focusing on finishing the baby room. And Zach's doing the water supply. Come on, Max. Come on, Max. I'm leaving the fish room now. Come on, Max. Okay, see you later. He'll realize he got locked in there and come to the door. The Betta rack has a bunch of stuff in front of it. This is the sump from the 150 gallon. I gotta get rid of it. The Betta rack has still been holding water and hasn't leaked. I have the pump turned off right now, so we're not circulating anything, but I'm growing some pretty nice Java moss in there. And there's some sort of bacteria that has colonized on the acrylic, which I'm just letting that go. But yeah, we need to figure out a heating solution for this. I think Zach's going to want to build a cabinet around it, or he's going to put some sort of heat mat underneath. There's like the reptile people use them to keep their tanks warm. It's like this flat something you can put underneath, and it's like a heating element. But yeah, so the basement is a project zone again. All my PVC. And look, here's all the PEX that Zach is going to use to do the water supply, and his PEX tool and his PEX fittings, because he finally, check it out. Look at what he has done. He hung up the filter, you guys. Not only did he just hang it up, he also has a temperature, oh God, what is it called? A thermostatic temperature regulating valve. So if you've seen people make a fish room before and you see them use like the thing for the shower where you can turn it to hot, cold, this is way better because you set it up here. Let me get back here. I don't even know if I can get back here. I can't get back here because my pregnant belly's too big. There's a gas line I can't squeeze. I probably have to, maybe I can, hold on. Let me squat down. Okay, I did it. I had to squat down to put the pregnant belly underneath of the gas line. Okay, so you set this thing to, what do we want to set it to? Somewhere in between 68 and 86, right? So hot comes in here, cold comes in here, and then out comes your, what did he put? Q. What does Q stand for? What did Q stand for? Tell me in the chat. Is my husband still watching? I'm glad Mary's out of the hospital. She was in the hospital. I'm glad she's out. So Q, I guess, I don't know. But the hot and cold mix together to make whatever I put this to. And the reason why it's important to have this is because sometimes, like in the wintertime, your cold water comes in way colder. And sometimes, depending on how much water you've used from the water heater, this water is not the same temperature for the hot side. So this way you always get like 78 degree or whatever you want coming out, because this will automatically adjust to this temperature. It will read the hot and cold and perfectly blend them in the middle. So if you use just the shower thing and you set it to like halfway, like I've noticed in the summertime, I have to have the water almost all the way on cold just to have a normal temperature bath, because the groundwater comes in so hot on like 100-degree day. The groundwater is so hot. So anyway, so we're going to use our water heater that's right here. One day we'll have a dedicated tankless water heater, but not today, because that's just another complicated, expensive step, and we just need to get all the water changes done before the baby. So I know I say that, and we might never ever put a tankless water heater, but I mean, if we start using this water and it's like a problem and we don't have enough hot water for the other stuff in the house, then I'll probably push for the tankless water heater. But if we can survive off of this one and not have any issues, I don't even wash the laundry in hot, so this shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, so your warm water comes out, goes into this, and this fitting is PEX. So that red and blue line that you saw out there, that's PEX. And then it goes to PVC. You got your ball valve, so you can shut this off to change the filters. And then this goes in. Here's your special filter change-in wrench. That's the word. One of these is a carbon block, and then the other one is a membrane, and it is called ultrafiltration. It was something like 0.002 microns or something. It's not reverse osmosis, and it does like 8 gallons per minute. I did a whole video on it on my channel, like with all the statistics and stuff. This is like going to be the bee's knees. Then Zach has a temperature gauge right here. So we have this set to whatever we want to set it to. It goes through the filter, blah, blah, blah. Then we can see what temperature it's coming out at. So if I set it to 78 over there, and by the time it goes through this, if it's coming out at 72, then I need to set that up to higher. But this membrane can only handle a certain temperature. So, or it operates efficiently at like a certain temperature. There's like a maximum operating temperature. Then there's a check valve, and then that goes to PEX. So that will go to the fish room. And then in the fish room, well, somewhere there's going to be an automatic sprinkler system, and there's going to be 4 different systems. There's going to be ones that are, the valves are sent to 5-gallon tanks, 10-gallon tanks, 20-gallon tanks, and the 40 gallons, because each one takes different amounts of time to perform a 100% water change, and I can do it from my phone. So like a 5-gallon tank might only take 5 minutes to do a 100% water change. So I would only run that valve for 5 minutes, and I'll have it automatically programmed. So that's later. This is going to be our pre-filter. This is just a housing, and there's the bracket for it. He hasn't gotten the filter that goes inside yet. I forget the microns, but it's a pre-filter to get like sediment and stuff out before it goes to my ultrafiltration membrane. So Zach fits back here fine because he doesn't have a big pregnant belly. I cannot. But that's it. One other thing is there's pressure gauges, 3 of them. So we will be monitoring the pressure that comes into the house. No, what am I saying? The house pressure that goes into this system. So there will be one pressure gauge after the water heater. Yeah, I think after the water heater, before all that stuff I just showed you. Let me show you the pressure gauges. We got 3 of them. Zach got 3 of them. Pressure gauges. So, can you see that? Whoa. What's it say? Measure man. Measure man. So, pressure gauge before. Let me come in here and do a visual. So, it'll be a pressure gauge before this whole system, right? Then it's going to be this pre-filter that gets out the big bulky sediment. Then a pressure gauge again after it, right? So there'll be a pressure gauge before, a pressure gauge between the 2 filter systems, and then a pressure gauge after. And Zach says that that will tell us which filter needs to get changed. So if you see like a sudden drop, like a big drop in pressure over on this side, it means one of these needs to get changed. If you see a big pressure drop between these 2 and the pre-filter, it means you need to change your pre-filter. So it's all very scientific. Okay, what's going on in the chat? 1 second, I can't really see the chat. Let me go in here and look at the chat. Ba, 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 ba. I love our sewing room, you guys. Our office is beautiful. It's a little cluttered right now because I'm not done organizing it. Whew. Let me see the chat. Usually hot water out the top has high TDS, right? Yeah, if you have like an older water tank, you'll have a lot of sediment in it. Out of the top of it, no, the sediment is at the bottom, and then there's like another little tank. What's it called? The little tank that attaches to the big tank. You'll have sediment in that too, but there's nothing I can do about it. I have to heat the water. So, I know I should use tankless, but that's why we're gonna have the tankless water heater one day. But yes, sediment is a big concern as far as running off of a water heater that has a tank. I got that tank replaced in 2018. So we should be okay for a little bit. I think you're supposed to drain it every year and drain the sediment out, but I haven't. I'm bad. Okay, now I use cold with a heater in the bucket. Oh, wow. Maybe that's just my water heater. No, you're right about sediment in the water heater, but the sediment is usually from the bottom, but you'll have more sediment. Like when I fill up my water distiller, it says to use cold water, because if you use hot water, any water that comes from your water heater tank will usually have more sediment than the cold street water. I don't even think that's the case at my house because my pipes are so old. I think it's about the same, honestly. I have like 500 parts per million on cold and hot. So, well, that's dissolved solids, but like, I don't know. I have hard water. There's a bunch of crap in my water. so it's probably negligible for me. Maybe the test kit is temperature sensitive, but it was crazy. 10 parts per million phosphate, then cold is 1 parts per million tab. Oh, I'm in top chat. What is wrong with me? Let me go to live chat. Did I get 600 subscribers yet? Snoochie Booch, are you? I don't know. I can see 4 of your messages in a row in the chat. I don't know if there's messages in between yours that like someone else is talking to you. But there's that. Okay. I don't know why. Comments, private chat. Hi, that was me. Okay, I am gonna go upstairs now and I'm gonna show you the room that used to be this room. It's all such a work in progress. Everything is all the time. At least I got all the laundry done. Don't look at my pile of stuff on the steps. I gotta sort through it. Oh. Babe, are you dressed? He's asleep. Okay, this is all the baby stuff, you guys. The car seat, 2 dressers, the stroller, the crib and mattress, boxes of stuff I gotta open at the baby shower, gifts. Oh. Everyone say hi to Winston. Yeah, I'm up here now. He's watching the live stream on his phone. Winston's getting big. Zach has been in charge of feeding him. Because I was feeding him like once every 2 days. And Zach's been feeding him 3 times a day. And now he's beautiful. And before, when I was in charge of feeding him, he was like basically dying. I thought he had parasites, but turns out I was just starving him to death because I'm stupid. Winston's doing good. He's big now. Almost gonna grow out of this tank soon. He needs a water change. Now, this room. This is the baby's room, you guys. This is the nursery. So we painted over the marvelous paint job that we had in here before. If you remember the bricks, you can still kind of see the bricks texture through the paint. This is 3 coats of primer, but once I put the fish mural, you won't see it. And look at all my colors. I spent like $600 on paint and other supplies, painting supplies. So on the ceiling, you guys, is gonna be galaxies and planets and stars. This was my first planet. Look, I did it all by myself. I made a planet. And so I got to do the whole rest of the ceiling. And then the way it's going to go is down here is going to be ocean. And you'll see like dolphins and fish and coral reefs. It's going to be like Mediterranean Sea ocean. And then you'll see like the water level. So it'll look like we're underwater, right? You'll see the water level. And then you'll see like a lighthouse and some boats and like an island and like some seagulls and whatever else is on the surface of the water. And then it'll be a sunset and clouds. And then it'll turn to a night sky. And then it's the galaxy. So that's the baby nursery theme. And my goal is to have that done by September 17th because I want to open gifts for the baby shower in this room. So I want all the furniture built and the whole nursery populated and done being painted by September 17th. And it's August 2nd. So I gotta super duper do that. Back to the basement I go. I guess the next room we have to remodel is this room. We gotta fix the steps in the wall. And then we gotta do the flooring in here. We want to turn this into a bar eventually. This is like a full kitchen because this house was set up as like 2 different apartments, but oh, let me get Max out of the fish room. Come on out, Max. Come on. I know, you got locked in there, huh? Let's go. Good job. This is the room that has the litter boxes. The kitty cats go in there, and there's like an industrial, commercial sized exhaust fan that sucks all the poopy smell out and pee-pee smell. Oh boy. I'm out of breath and energy now. Okay. There's that. Hold on, Max. Don't sit on my lap yet. I gotta get some water. Hold on, Max. So what's everyone's plans for the evening? What is it, Tuesday? Ooh. I have been teleworking this week. I have a medical profile that says I'm not allowed to go to work anymore. Like, no in-office hours. And I'm only supposed to telework. And that is because of my incredible PTSD, anxiety symptoms that I've been having, which have been amplified during this pregnancy. Because as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I got off of my meds. I was on Strattera for the ADHD and Buspar for the uncontrolled anxiety. So anyone that's kind of been following me for a little while knows that we had a traumatic event a year and a half ago that kind of like cracked me. Like, I've lived with anxiety my whole life, but something broke inside of my brain when Zach had his stroke and almost died. So that's what triggered the whole fish room and everything. I just couldn't stop doing projects. It was like a coping mechanism for me. It was like really unhealthy because I spent all of our money too. So I finally got on meds and got it under control. And then like a year after that, maybe not even a whole year, because if he had his stroke in April, I found out I was pregnant in February. So we became pregnant less than a year after he almost died to death. So I stopped taking my meds, and then becoming pregnant, you're more sensitive to stuff emotionally and more like scared. Like I'm more worried about my health and more worried about the baby, and there's more things to be worried and anxious about. And then obviously emotionally you're more sensitive, but then more sensitive in the way that, like, I used to be able to have like a panic attack and then the next day be fine. Like, I could like get totally worked up and like really freaking out and like getting so worried and like crying and hyperventilating and having like a full PTSD like flashback. Like, my PTSD, I wasn't in like a war zone or anything, but the way mine works is similar. Like, I'll flash back and I'll be stuck in the past and reliving the moment. And that's what PTSD, the characteristics of PTSD is. So you don't have to be like a combat person. Like, childhood trauma can do this to you. There were some other things that happened in my life that made me like have this response. But I used to be able to get stuck in like a PTSD event, like an episode for a few hours, and then be fine, like the next day or the day after. But now, since I'm pregnant, my body is more sensitive to stuff. So when I have like an anxiety attack or a panic attack, I'm like decommissioned. My body is super tired. I get a migraine for 4 days. I start vomiting. It's like my body signaling for me, like, you need to stop, like, you need to calm down, like, this is too much. So that's how the pregnancy has affected, like, my anxiety. And at first I was doing good in my new work center because I'm an aircraft mechanic, but I can't work on the jets while I'm pregnant because the jets are like super toxic. They have like cancer causing coatings and chemicals and fuels and hydrazine and all this other crazy stuff. I can't be near it. And then the loud noise from the jet engines running could make the baby deaf and like all this stuff. So I have an office job now. So I work across the street from where I used to work, and I have like a new supervisor and everything. But some things about my new job, like at first it was doing good. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to learn a new job. Like I'm a computer person now. I work on the computer and do admin stuff. But there were some things that had happened at work that started triggering me and started making me feel unsafe and trapped at work. And so just going to work and sitting there and like there's like a certain person at work that triggers me, that was like just messing me up so bad. So I started with reduced hours. I had like 9 migraines this whole pregnancy, and each migraine lasted me 4 to 5 days each. And this is like real migraines where I have to lay in the dark and Zach has to replace my ice pack every hour. Like I can't do nothing. I can't cook, can't clean, can't look at like bright lights, nothing. So I was like decommissioned for like 5 days, and this was every week I was getting it. So like by the end of the week, I would be so anxious from being at work. So like the migraines would start on like a Thursday or a Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I can't move or do nothing. And so that made me feel like super guilty because it's like I know I'm pregnant, and so like I could be sick because I'm pregnant, but like I need to still get this stuff done. I didn't expect to be decommissioned as much as I have been during this pregnancy, so I'm like super behind, and that gives me a lot of guilt because that puts a lot on Zach. But so I started off with 6-hour shifts. I have a medical note that says I can't work more than 6-hour shifts, and with that, instead of getting migraines, I was just getting headaches. So I'm like, okay, so it's clearly related to stress and anxiety related to being like at my job, because at first we were like, why am I getting migraines? They thought it was because I quit caffeine and nicotine. And I'm like, no, I quit that when I was 3 weeks pregnant. I'm 20 weeks pregnant now. Are you telling me I'm still withdrawing from caffeine? That's ridiculous. Like, I'm not, like, let's use our brain cells here. So then they sent me to a physical therapist, and he helped me relieve tension in my neck with like exercises and stretching and stuff. And that helped a lot. And so we went down to 4-hour shifts and added teleworking. Well, they wouldn't let me telework whenever I needed to. I would go in there and tell my boss, like, hey, I need to go home and telework. Like, is it okay with you? And it was like an argument every time. So that was triggering my PTSD too, because I felt trapped. I felt a headache coming on, and I went to go advocate for myself and was like, hey, I need to go. I need to telework. And they're like, well, if you're teleworking, you should do 8-hour shifts, and if this and that and this and that, and trying to push me more and squeeze more time out of me. And I'm like, look, having migraines is not good for the baby. It can cause complications with giving birth. Like, I have to prevent the migraines. I'm not supposed to wait until I get migraines to go home to telework. So then they put me on teleworking only, my medical team, because my anxiety was that like out of control. And like I have my coping mechanisms and stuff, and like the fish and my husband and my sewing and the cats, and like I have all these things that help me. But once I get like triggered and I'm in a panic attack, I can't come out of that. That's how PTSD works. I can't control it. That's the big thing. I can't control it. So, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. People that don't have anxiety, or they don't have PTSD, or they don't have trauma, they don't understand that you can't just calm yourself down. Like, it doesn't work that way. So once I get to a certain point, I'm so worked up that my headaches and my migraines will be bad for like 4 or 5 days. So I need to keep myself calm and prevent that. And so that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm on teleworking only. So in the mornings I come down here and have my computer and work from home. And that's really been helping me, especially with my ADHD. I have a little bit more wiggle room to get distracted by stuff. So like I can send an email, and as a reward I can maybe organize some fabric for 10 minutes. And that helps me. So I've been working on that. I should do more water changes though, because I haven't really been focusing on the fish, you guys, if I'm being honest with you. But I figured I really love the fish fam, and I love this YouTube channel, but I wanted to also make another channel that's about mom stuff, that's more like a blog, so that I can talk more about this sort of stuff, and also like all the mom things. So I'll give you like an example. Cloth diapers. I'm gonna do cloth diapers, and I'm gonna sew my own cloth diapers. Well, you guys don't care about that because you're the fish fam, but there is an audience for that. Like those types of videos get lots of views and stuff. So I made another channel. I haven't uploaded any videos yet, but if you guys want to be a part of that channel also, if you're interested in that type of content as well, besides the fish stuff, I don't even know. Switch account. Yeah, no subscribers. Don't subscribe to this channel just because you like me. Only subscribe to the channel if you actually want to see like videos. I'm going to be talking about cloth diapers and like how when I go into birth, I'm pretty sure I'm going to post my video of me giving birth on that channel. It's going to be videos of like my kid and postpartum questions and pregnancy questions and like stuff like that. So I'll post the link in case you guys are interested. But it's called A Mom Now. A Mom Now. Because I'm a mom now. But go into kid mode or I think someone wants to kill me. So let me switch back. So if you are interested in that, subscribe to that channel. But don't subscribe like out of pity or anything, or like just subscribe because you want to help me get subscribers. I'd like genuinely want people there that like the content. So if you don't want to see stuff about cloth diapers or how to bathe a newborn or like weird stuff, there's like this whole mom community, which I'm learning about. So what else should we talk about? I think that's about it, you guys. That was like a big update. You guys want to see the belly, the baby bump again? That's really all I have to talk about is my pregnancy. But I don't want becoming a mom to become my personality, which it won't because I have ADHD and I hardly forget. I can hardly remember who I am from one moment to the next. So, yeah, everything is basically disheveled. How do you say that? Disheveled. Everything is uprooted right now. But we're still making progress on the fish. Zach is still making progress on the fish. Give him credit, not me. I have problems remembering to feed the fish and water change the fish, and that's why Zach is freaking out trying to get the water change system finished because he doesn't want the fish to die. Most of the fish have already died. So, because I have been so sick throughout this pregnancy, and which is why I haven't been on YouTube, on live, or making videos about fish or anything. I've just been kind of more inward focused and focused on myself and like trying to get my mind right, like transforming into a mom, and like I'm trying to do like a natural unmedicated birth. Like I need to start practicing stuff like that, like mentally preparing. So I haven't really been thinking about fish, and of course that comes with a lot of guilt, but I really appreciate all your guys' support and everyone. Like the whole fish fam is just crazy supportive, and I can't believe I even found this community. And honestly, I love you guys. Like I can just come here and talk to you, and it doesn't have to be about fish, and you guys will still listen. And I don't think a lot of people can say that. So I'm just glad that I have you guys here, even though I have not been doing fish stuff for like 6 months on YouTube. Like, haven't been uploading videos. And to be fair, I have a bunch of videos that you guys could go back and watch that's about fish that you probably haven't seen before. But I'm going to end the stream, you guys, and go spend time with my husband and help him finish eating that pack of Oreos that he had up there on the couch. Because he's going to eat it all without me if I don't go up there soon. Oh, massage therapy, chiropractic for when you get out. Oh, thank God. I pay out of pocket for a chiropractor right now. I go to see him once a week. He is a godsend with like pregnancy stuff, like round ligament pain, headaches, like my hip hurts, like any pregnancy symptom. He's like, oh yeah, let me just pull your spine out. And I'm like, wow, great. I feel better. Thanks. So talk to you later, Jimmy P. Yeah, so that's good that they're covering that for when I get out. I got 10 more years left, though. So I guess that's something to look forward to. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye. Have a good time. I'll show you the belly, and then I'll end the stream. Ooh. That's the baby belly. Bye-bye.